Okay, welcome back to another video in the Daily Link Building Tips series. Today we're going to talk about 3 things that make an insanely powerful link building strategy. Okay, and 3 things that make an insanely powerful link, this is link building tip number 39, and let's get cracking. So you might already know the first one. It is, of course, relevance. Okay, so the question to ask yourself before generating a link or taking off the relevance sort of check mark is this site that is going to be linking to my website relevant to my niche or location? Now, it doesn't have to be in the exact very same niche or industry. For example, let's say we have a cycling store, for example, or a bike shop. If we get a link from only bike related websites, that's going to be really tough to get loads of high quality links. But we can get lots of links around things that talk about staying fit, or things that talk about, sporting events, or anything that is kind of related to our niche or industry is perfect. All right. Even business advice related to owning a bike store or owning a small business, that's still, quite relevant to what we're trying to do. Whereas if we get a link that talks about, I don't know, something completely random, maybe about tables, that's not going to be very random. That's not going to be very powerful because it's just a random niche. It's not related to what you're trying to do. And this relates to location as well. So it needs to be either niche relevant or locational relevant. If we had a website about, say, tables, for example, but it talked about, our local area, say Cardiff, for example, we would know that actually it makes sense to link to another business in Cardiff because we can build that connection. We can say, okay, we've just invested in another business. It's not about tables, but it is in Cardiff also. And we add in a little bit of relevance. But the closer you can get to both niche and locational relevance, the better. The second element is authoritative. Is this link going to be an authority? Okay, so does this link have backlinks of its own pointing to that website? So if we just go and register a brand new domain, set up a website, and point a link from that website to our website, that's not going to do anything. And the reason is because Google knows that people would just do that otherwise. And there's no authority. There's no way Google can filter out how sort of powerful a website is. So what they do is they have what used to be years and years ago called PageRank. And now they have their internal version, whatever they call it nowadays, to sort of gauge how powerful a website is. And getting a link from that website will give your site a boost. And the amount of boost you receive is based on how authoritative that website is, and also how relevant it is, and the final point, which we'll get onto in a second. So the question to ask yourself here is this website that's going to be linking to us an authority? Okay, is it going to have links of its own? If the answer is no, then we don't really want to get a link from it, and we shouldn't spend much time trying to acquire it. If the answer is yes, this is a really powerful site, then we should spend some time trying to get that link because it would be a really good link and give us a big boost. Okay. The final element to an insanely powerful link is traffic or generating clicks. So is the linking site going to pass clicks which, from our link and traffic to our site? If the answer is yes, or we think so, because it's impossible to tell really, then we should be getting that link. So for example, if you have an amazing article and part of that article talks about a case study you did, people are going to be quite interested in that case study. For example, how we ranked a website with 4 links or something like that. People are going to click that and read about that case study because they're trying to do it for themselves. And as a result, out of every 100 people, you might have 100 readers even, you might have 5, 7 people click that link. Google sees that traffic, and this is a really powerful indicator, especially if those people stay on your site for a long time and they don't bounce back or they don't close the window or whatever. Okay, and those are the 3 sort of metrics, I guess, to track how powerful a link is. If you have any questions about link building, feel free to hit me up over at Ghost Marketing, and have a good one. Cheers.